doing it and doing it and doing it live.
It started.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Hi, Smark City Podcast. We're here. We got a 3-man group this week. We got me. I'm Alex. We got Drew. He's the unicorn quarter dickhead guy. And then we got Chris over there who's singing for, I don't know. Say hi, either of you.
Hello.
You're such a douchebag.
This is the guy with the fucking, oh God, whatever. That Photoshop
you got a dick on your head and you're talking shit.
Anyway, Smark City Podcast. You can find us at www.thesmarkcity. I always do it at the end, but I feel like fucking doing it at the start this week. Find us on Twitter at thesmarkcity. Anyway, Raw happened. Kevin Owens show era has officially begun. What'd y'all think?
I thought it started off really, really well. That first little 2-3 minutes with Mick and Stephanie were really kind of baffling because I thought for sure Stephanie was just lying the whole time, but then it got really intense in a nice acting way.
Yeah. For me, it felt like she's totally lying.
Oh, for sure.
Or at least if she didn't know that Triple H was going to do it, they clearly had a conversation. She's on his side now, in theory of like how this might have happened. But I thought the Seth versus Kevin stuff was great because Seth has always been better as a babyface for me, and Kevin is just quite possibly the best heel in WWE in the past like 10 years or 5 years.
I thought the best part of those two running into each other was that Seth didn't even care about the title.
He didn't even care about Kevin. He's like, Kevin?
None of that had anything to do with why he was there.
I have an issue with Stephanie and Triple H for being dicks and betraying me.
Yeah, but that's the first time since the Shield broke up he wasn't worried about gold.
Yeah, that's
a huge detail.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
That's a good point. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, and because it's always been about him, and I think anybody who approached Seth up to this point would have been like, dude, it's always been about you. Every move you've made in WWE has been to make yourself the center of attention. So this is the first time he's doing something not to become the center of attention. He's doing it because he feels like he's been hurt, like he's actually been wronged. And he's like, y'all, I thought we were cool here. Like, what the shit was that? And that's cool. I'm intrigued. I think, like I said, Seth is just better as a babyface. His moveset is, he can do things that other people can't do, and he's just better as a babyface, and he's better not talking as much, and he's more empathetic, I think, than most people are too. So that's good. And Kevin, in terms of like being a heel who talks, he is the cream of the crop, has been for a decade. So those two squaring off is just phenomenal.
And just the way Kevin Owens gets the whole crowd to celebrate him being the champ so he could shove it right back down their throat was amazing.
It was great. He's like, Stephanie, this is great. Thanks for this. This is exactly what I wanted. And like he's doing everything to butter up the crowd where the crowd's like, yeah, you deserve it. And then he goes, yeah, I know I deserve it. By the way, fuck you for telling me I deserve it. You think I need your fucking approval? You're just doing this because you crowd want to be the center of attention here. But you're not the center of attention. I'm the center of attention because I'm the champion. Fuck you. Just no one else does it that well.
Yeah.
Right?
You know what, though?
Try that, but no one can do it that well.
It reminded me of that one of those last promos that he cut in NXT to Full Sail. When he was
John Cena of wrestling crowds?
Yeah, that promo. That kind of reminded me of that.
He did that in his the lead up to the Brooklyn pay-per-view or special, really. But yeah, he when he gets to go and roast the crowd, he's really good at it. He's really, really good at it. And it comes from him being in, working independent scenes with like really smarky crowds. So like he knows how to handle those people. Like that's not a problem.
And my man looks pretty good in the suit, I must say.
This is $750. And I love how Jericho was like, yeah. And he had like this weird look on his face. Like, dude, that's like, my scarf's like 5 times that. That was really cool.
I do love the fact. I love the fact that the Jericho thing is going to be ongoing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They didn't just drop it in typical WWE fashion.
Yeah, and he's gonna have his back, and I feel like Jericho wants to get back in with, Triple H and all that shit, and that's good. That's different than the normal crony thing, which is good, because Jericho's not a crony. He's Chris fucking Jericho, and Yeah,
I guess that Jericho will just take the place of Triple H in this case,
um,
like how Seth was, standing behind Triple H for a whole year. Now KO will stand behind Jericho.
I don't think so. No, it's clearly he's standing behind Triple H. I think Jericho in this sense is like the Kane of the group. Only he's way better than Kane and will not lose all the time like Kane did. If that makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, my big thing is like, okay, everything makes sense with the Rollins KO stuff. And then at the end of the show, when he beats Sami Zayn, which is bullshit, the fact that they even did that match is just dumb. But uh, then Roman Reigns comes out. Why? Anybody got an answer for me? Why did that just get shoehorned in at the end?
Yeah, it makes no sense at the end. Why not have him try and show up at the very beginning if he's not going to say anything?
Yeah, and the commentary was like, no, see, because he got screwed by Triple H too, so it's totally there's a totally reason for him to be out here. And like, yeah, there totally is. But where were you at the start of the show when you had why wasn't it addressed there? Why'd you wait till the end? It was just weird, and I don't know, and I don't like it in like threatening my nice little KO versus Seth Rollins versus Triple H tug of war storyline going on here. I don't like it threatening that. So,
Well, it
my
could
thought is he
lead
loses,
to,
but
it could lead to Roman kind of becoming the new Triple H guy.
no. Why? Why would that happen when he just when he just pedigreed him and just
Okay,
chose KO?
hold on. If Drew means the new Triple H guy in terms of like needing to have a stable in order to get anywhere and do anything, then yeah, I could see that.
No, that's
But
not what I meant.
No, that's not what he meant. But yeah, okay.
like I would enjoy that. But like a legit dude instead of the cowardly Triple H we're used to.
Yeah. What were you saying, Drew? What are you going after here?
Well, I guess just because I want to see something different and actually see him as a heel finally, I guess have uh, Roman just like be an absolute douchebag to him next week. Since I found it also interesting that Roman and Seth did not have any interaction on the show after what happened last week.
Yeah, I think they're saving it. I think they're waiting for them to both be like, our interests are in alignment here, so we're gonna work together to get back at the fucking Triple H and shit. But like it seems like the natural progression here is Roman being like, see what you betrayed us for? Like fucking Triple H threw you at the curb too. And Seth just being like, fuck off, let's go get him and don't bring that up. You know what I mean? Like
That's total Seth Rollins.
yeah, like fuck off, Roman. Shut up. I did what I thought was best. Fuck you. But I guess that's where it goes. I think basically what they're doing here is they want KO to get a win over Roman. And he'll probably get help from Triple H. Because I don't think Roman's getting in this feud yet. I think they're gonna do.
I really hope that doesn't.
Hi, Rollins in the background barking like crazy. I think that's Rollins. I don't know.
It's both of them.
It's both of them. Well, there you go. Yeah, because like dogs bark in unison. So like, yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
I think the idea here is KO versus Rollins the first match, and then they'll maybe do a triple threat or whatever. Because why would you do a triple threat when you essentially just had a triple threat with Big Cass, but Big Cass wasn't winning, so I mean,
that was a four-way. That was a triple.
Yeah, but it wasn't really because basically Big Cass was in there for 5 minutes and then he got pinned and then it was another 15 minutes of just the three of them.
I want KO to retain the championship next week by just walking out of the match.
Well, it's not a championship match.
Well, or still, either way, he just walks out of the match so Roman can't be involved in the actual championship match later. Like, no, thank you.
Well, the problem is if he walked out, then he would technically lose. So then Roman would get in. But
yeah, I'd like Roman involved.
Well, you know what?
Like,
he should pull an Eva Marie. Like,
there we go.
Ditch before the match starts.
Make it a no contest.
Yeah.
I just don't want Roman back in the scene yet.
Pull a Fandango. You didn't say my name right.
Drew?
Yeah, what were you saying,
Uh,
Drew?
yeah, that don't mention Eva Marie like that. That's just
Well, Eva Marie's amazing. Shut up.
that's just
She's
dumb.
Drew,
awesome.
she has had such a rough go since she's been called up to the main roster. You have no idea. She actually has to make decisions based on whether or not to go red or all black now. You have no idea the kind of struggle she goes through on a daily basis.
She is just like the fans were on her, and now she's been stressed, and she needed like a vacation to like get herself right. If you don't understand that and can't empathize with that, I don't know what to say to you, Drew. Like that's
Didn't we want to
awful.
keep this under 30 minutes? Let's stop talking.
Okay, so
Oh
I
man,
think we have Seth Rollins versus Jericho, which was a really good match. It was a
yeah,
great
it's
way to
great.
kick off the second hour,
It was
and then
awesome.
everything sort of died after that.
I don't know, man. I liked the Nia Jax shit, man. That was great.
That's always fun.
Nia Jax and Alicia Fox getting into it backstage, where
Okay,
fucking Alicia Fox is like, "This may not be reality." And I'm like, "What are you talking about? Reality is like,
She crazy. That's
you mean like reality television?" But it was just funny to me. I was laughing really hard at that.
and she's like throwing stuff and acting all tough, and she's like, "Let's talk this out like women."
Oh yeah, she was trying to be like the crazy. She was trying to be like, you know, like how some people like react to a potential fight where they're just like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
you
that
grab your-
crazy," and intimidate
you-
them. She was
You grab
trying to do
your
that.
friend's, yeah, you grab your friend's arm, and you're like, "Hold me back, hold me back."
And she hits Nia in the face with a box or whatever, and then Nia just shoves her so fucking hard.
I loved that moment.
Oh, it was
because
great.
It shows that you just need some unscripted things sometimes.
Oh yeah, because you
And-
perk up for it. You're like, "Oh shit, that was real."
Yeah,
And-
because
and
her
I thought
her
that was a
reaction
good
was so
reaction.
legit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was a good reaction by her to just shove her on the table and walk away.
And she just like, "Yep,
She kept
If you-
throwing stuff, but was like trying to have a conversation.
there's your reality, Alicia."
She almost saved the back half of this whole show by
It was
herself.
great. It was great. I like the Braun Strowman thing too, just because Braun's fun.
Okay,
I came up with the idea that he needs to be the Bad Luck Fale of the Balor
Balor
Club.
Fale?
Eventually.
It's Fale? That's how you pronounce it?
Bad Luck Fale.
Oh, I thought it was fail.
No, that sounds dumb.
I'm sorry, I don't watch New Japan.
Bad Luck
one dude on Twitter said Braun Strowman said stop coughing. Said
I know,
Braun
I'm sorry.
Strowman said Braun Strowman looks like Rob Lowe on steroids. I thought that was a little too perfect.
Steroids and like whatever else he could get his hands on. Yeah.
The club having some fun with the retirement
Let's talk about the
specialist
club.
thing.
That was great.
So that was a lot
I'm
of fun
pretty
up until a certain point.
Yeah. I think anybody who watched the club segment where they're like bringing out the old New Day and stuff, I think everyone is in unison. But like, I think we all agree that like that was shit, right? That was like, what the fuck is happening?
Well, you know
It was
what? I liked
uncomfortable.
it. I liked it because I like when they do different things. And
Yeah, well, that's
like
what I'm
the big
getting at.
thing with me.
Yeah.
But it was
Most of
it
the
was
show
intentionally
not-
uncomfortable.
Most of the show was not really good to me because it's always the same stuff over and over every week. But when they do something different like that, it perks me up. Then I get interested.
Yeah, I can totally see that. When it becomes about like calling spots and like seeing particular thing, when it's about the story, wrestling is great, and that's where WWE needs to keep their focus on. When stories are good, you don't get that stale feeling where like I've seen all this before, because matches are very similar, just in general, like they're just very similar in the way they're done. But when you're focusing more on the story than watching spots, it's a better viewing experience. But
Like Exhibit A, for example, I was completely fine that the Shining Stars won.
yeah, like I love that, and we'll get to it in a second. But with the Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows thing, I thought it was total shit. Like the idea itself, what they did was absolute shit. Glad they tried something new, but I thought it was awful. But the fact that Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows sold that so hard and just totally owned it was amazing. It was the best. Like they were just like, yeah, man, we're bringing out old farts just for no fucking reason. What's up? We're the club. We do what we want. Shut up. It's great.
Like, it got so awkward because it took them so long to actually get down to the ring and then into the ring You're like, this is the worst effing thing I've ever
Well, I
seen.
mean, it's old people. Come on. You
I
can't
Yeah,
know,
totally.
lie.
Okay, Drew, thank you.
but
But
just the way they dragged it out and made it painful and just horrible
was
for everyone.
wonderful because the
Even though that
crowd
was
actually
like
started to
perfectly
get
done.
yeah, the crowd started to actually get a little testy about it. They were a little pissed off. They were like, sitting on their hands, but they're like, "Oh my god, this is bullshit," and it was great because it just
But
kept
that's why
going.
it's great. It gets that reaction. They're bad guys. They're supposed to be pissing you off.
Yeah, and like you don't have enough bad guys pissing people off. I think that's the lost art of wrestling is like you should be almost offended. You should be offended. Like you should be insulted by these people. And a lot of times it's just the normal, your city's awful or whatever. And it's like, okay, all right, cool.
Well,
You
you
know,
know what else the problem is too is that well, I think actually this might be the main problem that I don't think anybody talks about. Uh, it, the problem is that for pretty much forever, I said, well, at least until like right before the Attitude Era, up until now, it's always been about WWE being a business and being about the McMahons. And instead of the booing and the negativity from the crowds, being directed towards what's going on in the ring, it's being directed towards Vince. And that's when you can see disconnect, you know?
I think that happens when people are not, like when people are dissatisfied with the product, they turn to that. They turn to the real life accusations of Vince or whatever. My big problem in general is just a lot of times the stories aren't good enough, you know?
But the stories are not good enough because of Vince.
Well, yeah, but that's the point is like, then people are saying, well, Vince is out of touch. Well, do you even know Vince? Like, have you ever talked to Vince? Do you really know? Like, a lot of people will say it and you can get it from good, like, reputable sources and stuff. But, like,
Do you
I don't
really
know.
know?
Do you really know? Like, have you ever had a conversation with him and, like, know he's intentionally giving off this vibe or something? And I say that, like, you're probably thinking, well, that's dumb. But I'm thinking, it's wrestling. Like, everything's at work. So, I don't know. Like,
Well, he's the one that micromanages the show.
do you know that for sure? Or does he do that in a sense of he's just waiting for, like, does he do it because that's his personality? Or does he do it because writers aren't stepping up and being assertive enough? Or does he do it because Triple H is busy with NXT? Or does he do it because he's wanting to give off that air and that message so that people can
Well, answer this question
about
for me
it?
then. Answer this question for me then.
Okay.
Why are some shows great and some shows shit?
Because
It's like when you put out an album, inevitably 3 or 4 tracks are going to suck, so that the other 2 or 3 stand out.
yeah, I think that's
Like,
true too.
like you can't blow all your storylines at once.
Yeah. And I think a lot of it too is just that they have a really wide audience, demographic wise, and some stuff is not centered at you. So you think it
Yeah.
sucks, some other demographic may like it.
Most.
And so I think what you generally have happen is like, okay, for instance, the end zone cast stuff they've been doing lately. I don't like it. It's not for me. I understand that. And then they'll have a show where it seems like it's targeted to me and it's just great and it's a great show. And I think that's the difference. You know what I mean? I think the difference is just that sometimes it's targeted for you and sometimes it's not.
The WWE does cast a huge net as to who they're trying to get to watch their show.
Yeah, they want
That
kids,
always-
they want young, they want old, they basically want everyone. you know?
And it causes disconnect at times.
And they want mainstream appeal, and I don't know. I don't know why we got off on this tangent, but it's just
you can get off on a tangent with Eva, but I can't get off on a tangent.
it was a quick one, and you're the one who brought it up by being like, "Oh, Eva sucks,"
And it was my tangent.
Yeah.
Well,
it wasn't even my tangent.
I had to put a stop to it. If I didn't put a stop to it, we'd still be talking about it.
No, you made it happen in the first place by saying she sucked.
Poor Eva.
And poor Eva, like she has to deal with Drew's bullshit every day. Like, how does she even get out of bed? This poor woman. You are what's wrong with the world, Drew.
I'd rather it be me that's wrong with the world than the other things that are actually wrong with the world.
My goodness. And I mean, Zent's not totally blameless. He fucking hates No Way Jose for no goddamn reason.
Oh, okay. So I think we have to talk about Sasha Banks now.
Okay, we'll talk about Sasha Banks.
Okay.
The three of us were conversing in our Twitter DM, and Drew was like, kind of just watching it, and Zent's like, oh shoot, she's gonna retire, and then he kept just saying it over and over, and then Drew was finally like, yeah, she's gonna retire. I'm like, you guys are dumb, and then she didn't.
No, okay. You'll tell your version of events. Now let me tell my version of events.
Okay. And then I get to tell mine.
That happened, and then I said, oh, the only reason why it actually made it feel like that was going to happen is because she cried, and that's what got me.
Yes, but this was way after the fact. This was like 5 minutes after it happened. I'm telling the story as it happened, was that Zent's on our Twitter being like, this is it. She's done. She's done, man. It's over.
You're leaving out the biggest part. I tied it to me wanting to kill No Way Jose.
Yeah, you were like, if she retires, I get to kill No Way Jose. So you just basically kept like being like, yes, she's retiring. Yes. Dumb.
Because I hate No Way Jose.
But you said it enough that Drew was like, oh shit, she might be retiring.
But I also would never kill somebody. Come on.
I know, but it's just fun.
I didn't. This is the first time I'm actually hearing about that because I wasn't paying attention to the DMs while the segment was on. So
I brought up murdering No Way Jose, I think at least 3 times.
Yeah. It's a little disturbing, but whatever.
That is disturbing, yeah.
Well, that's why I put out my Twitter handle just so no one else got blamed for it.
Anyway, my point is that they didn't give her any like Daniel Bryan red carpet and the end of the show and all that stuff. So I knew that it wasn't something major. I knew that she wasn't retiring.
Yeah.
The only thing that got me was that she cried, and when she cries, it's usually not for a good reason.
She cries all the time. Sasha Banks is a perpetual crier, and it's not a bad thing. But anytime she's had any good match or something, there are stories of her crying behind the scenes or crying as it happened. When she fought,
but that's a real
Bayley,
emotion.
both times she cried. When she
won the title.
She cried when she won the title. She cried at the Fatal 4-Way.
Real emotion.
She cried at WrestleMania.
Real emotion.
Yeah,
She cried when she read Andrew McSwift's thing on CSS.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, the point being is that, come on, man, think of it. She's in front of 15,000 people on Raw. She's telling a story that she's buying.
Plug, by the way.
Oh yeah, well,
free plug.
Whatever. He can do what he wants with that. Anyway, so she's in front of 15,000 people on a Monday night, and she's selling this story of like, I've got some really bad news. And think about it, the crowd starts reacting to it. How easy is it to get caught up in it and just be like, oh my god?
Well, especially because she was telling a lot of truth, like she was recalling a lot of actual history.
Yeah, exactly.
And she actually got to be honest about certain aspects from her perspective.
Yeah,
she got to play into it to build that emotion.
I think that the history ended with Trish and Lita because this whole the women being changed on WWE television because of Stephanie McMahon is nonsense.
Well, she got fed that line clearly because that's the WWE branding of it, is that all the women of the world were lost until Stephanie McMahon showed them the light or whatever. I don't know. Anyway,
until she slapped the shit out of him.
Until she slapped the shit out of some man backstage, and then hey. Anyway,
women are free here.
Women are valuable. Woo. Anyway, my personal
you can't
thought,
beat men here.
I'm sure Drew can beat some men. Anyway, my big thought of the whole segment was Sasha was great.
Yeah,
but like WWE let her down by not like having really made this seem like a big deal beforehand, and
they could have made it a whole day thing.
Yeah, and like having a special rollout of a new set for her, like a black apron on the ring or something.
Slow her music down just a little bit
Yeah.
as she comes out.
Yeah.
Just enough
Or,
to unsettle you.
yep. Or have like some of the women she's talking about being on the stage.
Oh,
Like, because you know
having the
Lita's hanging
women,
around.
actually having some of the women out there on stage that she's mentioning would have been brilliant.
Oh yeah, totally. Or just having Bailey come out there and give her a hug or something. Like,
Have Charlotte sitting out there waiting for her to say that she's retiring, so it makes sense even more when Dana goes up there.
yeah. I mean, there were a lot of things. It feels like it was one of those ideas they came up with today and they just rolled with it. But point being,
It was a good idea.
credit Sasha. That was awesome. But could have been really awesome, and it wasn't.
So let's go to something kind of fun. Bo
Poor
Dallas
Drew's-
got a squash match.
Poor Drew's
the
been
hell?
left out.
Oh, sorry,
What you
Drew.
got? What you got for us, Mr. Drew?
I'll beat you up, motherfucker.
Sounded like Nia
That's
Jax.
fair. That's fair. I'll teach you what reality is.
This isn't reality.
Oh shit, I'm screwed. Anyway, what did you think of Bo, Mr. Bo, Drew?
I didn't really care.
Oh,
Sorry.
I liked his rhyming. Like he's just like playing this crazy straight face, like I'm going to kill a bitch, and then he's like rhyming his fucking promo to this random no name.
I particularly didn't like the whole believe in Bo in Trump thing. You know, in the thing that he was holding.
Yeah.
You know, make America great again.
Well, they have what's his face from the Tough Enough. I think his name is Patrick Clark or something like that in NXT. He's doing literally a Trump gimmick, and they basically gave Bo a hybrid of that and good old CJ Parker from NXT.
I think he's straight up. I think he's doing Hillary Clinton if she were a wrestler.
Oh my God! Explain. I need to hear this.
Okay, I enjoy some conspiracy websites, and word on the street is Hillary Clinton and her family have left a trail of the dead in her family, and she's actually a psychopath. So if you looked at the sign, it was blue and white, kind of like Democrats.
Oh come on!
well,
Every politician's sign is blue and red and
I'm
white.
just saying.
Donald Trump's thing is.
I'm just
blue and
saying
white,
his sign
exactly
was.
like that.
I'm just saying it was like Democratic looking. He was all psycho. He was like super on the on the offense. He said some crazy shit. He just reminded me more of Hillary Clinton than anything.
Yeah, if you're gonna run a Hillary Clinton's gimmick, what you got to do is you got to come out one week and just be total babyface, and next week total heel, and the next week total babyface. And you're like, pick a side, do something.
Well, Stephanie McMahon
come out as a babyface.
Yeah, that's
Stephanie
true.
McMahon.
That's true.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. Stephanie McMahon's Hillary Clinton. Anyway,
by the way, can we not talk politics anymore?
yeah, I don't know.
That wasn't really talking politics.
I don't think that's a good look. Anyway, well, I mean, you can call her a politician, but I'll call you a liar. But
Stephanie
anyway.
McMahon? Of
No,
course. She's
Clinton.
a total politician.
Clinton.
Stop.
What's wrong with saying Stephanie McMahon is a politician?
The fact that it's
Move
false.
on. Next segment. Move on. Let's go.
Oh,
Anyway.
come on.
Anyway, what's
Charity
left?
is the future of this company. So on and so forth.
Strowman getting a squash
Strowman.
of Sin Cara. That's always great.
But Sin Cara still looked pretty good.
I was saying it in our
nice.
Twitter. Yeah, I was saying it in our Twitter. First off, he should have ripped off Sin Cara's mask. Oh well.
Or at least enough of it for him to like hide half of his face and run
or
away.
tear it like Phoenix Mil Muerte's Grave Consequences style, something like that. But I said it in our Twitter, and you thought it was a great idea. I thought that Strowman, when Balor comes back, should be his good old bad luck Fale. And we got off on the tangent because
you said he should be
say bad luck Fale.
You said he should be tamed, which is actually the more interesting point.
Yeah, you like the tamed part?
Yeah, because once he's brought under control, he becomes a weapon rather than this random thing.
Yeah, and I think that should be the point of him for a good while here is he's just chaotic. He's just destructive
Right.
and chaotic, and then when he's got an avenue,
But that was
kill, you know, and then
but that was his failing with the Wyatt family. He wasn't used as this force of destruction. He was just kind of there.
yeah, I think that'd be cool. And I told you that I thought it was someone like Strowman is kind of what the club needs in WWE to really be successful, because in Japan, like, it's a very reverent culture of like the spectacle of pro wrestling. So you don't do anything crazy, you don't do anything wild, and the Bullet Club just broke all those rules. Well, in America, those rules have been broken before, so you're not really treading new ground, and you're almost more of a comedy act than something really, really special. So I feel like having something really destructive might be the way to go with it, where you still do the just whatever you want, and you can act funny or foolish or whatever, but like you need a little more of that. No, we're just going to injure motherfuckers because we can and deal with it.
Or like the Balor Club comes out with 4 or 5 dudes or whatever. They just surround the ring and they just let Braun get up in there and just do whatever.
Yeah, and like
And then they get in the ring and say what they have to say.
Yeah,
like,
totally. And you just mess up matches, random good matches, and just destroy both people.
In matches that don't necessarily matter, but matches you certainly want to see.
Yeah,
because like you said Neville versus Rollins, which would be amazing.
Yeah, the last time they fought, it was amazing. It was great. That was when they had that crazy false finish, where everybody thought Neville was the champion for a second.
Yeah. So, what do we got left?
The point is, I thought that was a good idea.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it is.
Our loyal fan base here can tell us what they think of that idea. But y'all know I'm obsessed about Balor. Poor dude. Poor guy broke his entire fucking shoulder. This dude's gonna be out for a year.
Can't take one bump.
Shut the fuck up. Anyway, is there anything else that was on this show that's really worth talking about?
No.
I thought the start of the show was really great. Bayley and Charlotte had a match. That was cool.
I thought it was really weird that they had Bayley beat Charlotte with a bad wheel. Not only is she injured, but she still beat the champ.
I think this is me like reading tea leaves here, because I don't have any reason to really believe this, but I feel like they're moving towards Sasha versus Bayley. So I think what's going to happen is Charlotte's going to have her feud with Dana or something soon and get away from the title scene for a little bit. And I feel like they just wanted to have Bayley get a win over somebody big to kind of establish her. Point is, she's fucking Bayley. Like, no one's going to – she's already established. But, that was kind of the read I got from it. But it was weird.
So Bayley winning tonight means that she doesn't get a title match at the next pay-per-view?
Well, it's because Sasha had a rematch clause. So basically, I think this is where Bayley is like, hey, Mick, it's great to meet you. I'm a big fan. I did beat Charlotte last week, so could I have a title match if that's not an inconvenience at some point in the future? Do something like that. And I'm sure he'd be like, oh, sweetie, sure. And then,
that would be the most awkward thing on camera.
That's how she did all of her promos early in NXT. They were adorable. Have you not seen any of that stuff, man?
No, I have not.
Oh, dude, there was a thing where like, oh my God, it's AJ Lee. Oh my God. And like hugging on AJ Lee, and AJ's just like, what the fuck are you doing? Get off me.
Oh, I remember that picture.
Oh, it was great. But basically, Bayley went from being like this really young, inexperienced, almost bashful, starstruck character to one that's like really, really nice, but like has become more experienced and understands the business. And I feel like standing in front of Mick Foley would kind of bring that back out a little bit. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So I think that's good.
Get her a new finisher.
I like the Bayley to belly. It's awesome.
I think it should set up the next move. It's not that impactful. It's not all that impressive.
It's sudden. It's very sudden. It's usually something that like they're in a thing and then there it is. Holy crap! 1, 2, fuck. and she usually doesn't get a pin on it. But anyway, I don't know. I like it. I guess that's another question we leave out there to anybody in the comments. What your opinion of the Bailey to Belly is.
Well,
Well,
I think she
I
just
mean,
needs something after it. That's all.
That's been her finisher for years. So, I mean,
What is that noise?
I don't. Well, it wasn't me. So I don't know.
I don't think that was me.
Yeah,
It
that
had
was
to be.
you.
It was definitely you. You're the one that the noise comes from.
It was like that fucking fish-looking ridge thing that you scrape in elementary school music.
Fish ridge looking thing.
Yeah, it's a wooden. Oh, fucking find it. Shut up.
Oh, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah, like the little ridgy thing.
And no one knew what to do with it.
Yeah, and you just like scrape it.
Yeah, that's kind of what this episode felt like.
Did it?
Like it was fun at times, but you didn't really know what to do with it.
It's a good analogy. That's a very good analogy. Drew, what were you going to say about the Bailey to Belly?
That's been her finisher for years. So that it doesn't make sense to just change that now.
Well, I mean, they do that all the time with people. They did it with Seth Rollins.
I'm not even saying change it, just something after it. It doesn't strike me as an actual finisher. It's more like it's more like Roman Reigns' Superman punch. There's something else that should be following it.
Yeah, that's something I wanted to bring up really quickly. Did y'all get the impression? Like this is back at SummerSlam. Did y'all get the impression that Balor was supposed to hit the 1916 or Bloody Sunday to finish it, and he didn't because his shoulder was fucked up?
I'd have to go back and rewatch it.
Because anyway, I got that impression, but that the reason why that reminded me was because Balor had that kind of progression where like he's doing the coup de grace and then coup de grace rather, and then one time it didn't work, so Bloody Sunday, and I feel like Bailey could have a natural progression from belly to belly. Fuck, didn't work on Sasha. Okay, Sasha, let me hit something crazier. I think that's cool. It's always cool when you have like a burning hammer kind of move stored away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She just needs that one next thing after it.
I think she needs that one next thing on occasion.
There you go.
Not all the time. I think
Correct.
Bailey to Belly works on everybody except for like Charlotte, Becky, Sasha. You know?
So.
Paige maybe.
Cool.
Asuka. Fucking
Asuka.
Asuka's amazing. Anyway. So yeah, I think this show was it was good, but it was also like,
It was meh.
It was good, but it was
It was I would say a C. Solid.
I think it's better than C. Not much better, but I think it's better than C. I think it's better than average.
Not
Part of it
by much.
I don't think it was. I think it's partly because I wasn't watching it closely. You know,
That does help.
I wasn't watching it closely, and I gave it a C.
Well, okay. And you guys were bitching about me not being into wrestling lately because of personal issues, and I'm liking this show better than y'all did.
That's because you haven't watched it in forever.
Maybe true. Maybe true. Anyway, anything else y'all want to add on the show tonight, or anything you're looking forward to on SmackDown tomorrow? What the fuck are they even doing on SmackDown tomorrow?
SmackDown just seems like such a better show already.
It's crazy because they don't have the better talent.
Well, yeah, I'm looking forward to SmackDown because it's SmackDown.
Yeah, I do want to add my hope for Raw, 9 to 12 months from now is that you have babyface Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn, hopefully babyface Shinsuke Nakamura as well. About to sneeze. Fuck. Fuck. Anyway, and then
That sounded painful, man.
It was awful. Anyway, and so you have babyface like Nakamura.
I think you just gave me a computer virus.
Good. Enjoy it. So you have babyface Nakamura, Zayn, Rollins, and then you have like heel Finn Balor, heel Kevin Owens, maybe heel Samoa Joe, and then you have like Roman Reigns kind of floating in the middle.
Assassin Roman Reigns. He just shows up and takes people out.
He basically is what he is based on who he's fighting, and he's just there to, punch a bitch in the face.
No, like John Cena.
Yeah, exactly. He's the John Cena. He's the Cena guy.
No, thank you.
What's wrong with that? If he's fighting Sami Zayn, he's clearly the heel. If he's fighting Finn Balor, he's clearly the face. If he's fighting Kevin Owens, he's probably not the face, but you get the point.
I'm probably rooting for Roman if he's going against Finn Balor.
That's good. I'm fine with that. I don't care.
I'm just
I
saying
don't
Finn
bother.
Balor is that boring.
Oh my god.
We won't do it. We won't do it again. We won't do it again.
Anyway,
Don't make me hang up on you fuckers. I'll just leave.
we would just keep talking for another 20 minutes. Anyway, so what did our people in the comments think of the show? If you got any kind of fun thoughts on the show, we're going to be here begging for attention. So you're definitely going to get a response from us. If you want to get in touch with us, you can get in touch on Twitter at The Smark City, on Facebook, facebook.com/TheSmarkCity, and at our website, www.thesmarkcity.com. Anything else to add?
I got nothing.
Nothing from me.
Raw was good. We got Backlash and shit next week, Sunday.
Dude, already?
Actually, that's this Sunday.
Yeah, that's the issue. Is now we're gonna have like double pay-per-views. So we'll have one now, and then we'll have another one 2 weeks from now, and shit.
That's gonna suck.
It's gonna be bad. Anyway, get ready for some wrestling overload, folks, because here it comes.
But you get to hear all our wonderful voices.
I don't know. I think mine's significantly superior when I'm not coughing and sneezing and shit. But whatever.
You're such a mark for yourself.
I am, dude. I would mark for myself any time of the day.
You've got some sweet
I do.
abs.
Honestly, I do mark for myself any time of the day. Often, very often.
I'm gonna have to start hashtag beat up Alex Briggs.
Hashtag shut up, Drew. Hashtag why are we doing hashtags? Hashtag Smark City. Hashtag give us attention. Hashtag bye.
Later, tweers.
Every fucking time.